over to Chris and Pete.
Very quiet room, isn't it?
Yep, go for it. You know, Ken, you've got to be happy to walk away from a game like that with a big win. You go back to Adelaide and still the unbeaten record intact.
Yeah. Look, it was a good result for us. Look, we clearly we faded in the last quarter where we ran out of energy, I think, a little bit. But to the Suns' credit, they just kept coming. You know, and we know they're a really good side up here, and we took a bit of work early to get going, and then got some good work done, and then slipped away a bit at the back end. So yeah, but come away with a 6-goal win, travelling, you'd be always happy enough to take it.
What do you think it says about the progression of your side at the moment? That perhaps last week was quite an emotional week to get up for, and you had the challenge of beating a top 4 team. But this week you come into the game realistically with an expectation that you should be winning, and the fact that you can go back to Adelaide with 4 points, you're starting to learn to win when you perhaps expected to.
Yeah, we've talked about that. We've talked about that in round 2. We've talked about it again this week, that we don't want to shy away from the fact that expectation was that we would probably come up here and win the game, but we knew how much of a challenge the trip was going to be. It's a hard game, AFL, so just because it looks like you should win, but then you have to go out and deliver. So yeah, we're pleased that we were able to get the result that we should have.
So you think that maybe the players' maturity is just as big a step forward as perhaps their physical development and learning the game plan and all that sort of stuff, being able to handle pressure?
Yeah, if you can be the 3rd youngest team in the competition and talk about maturity, I suppose it's good that we are learning, but I think we average about 3 months, 4 months maybe on the Suns as far as age goes on players. So, we were 2 very young sides playing up here tonight, and we were pleased to come away with a win.
Can you tell us anything about the change of mindset among the playing group, Ken? I mean, the Port of the last few years has been a side that many times has looked like it's playing without any confidence. How do you see the boys as a unit now mentally?
I suppose I can only talk about since I've been here, and I suppose the confidence that we've had through the summer, and that's what happens. You build confidence by doing a lot of hard work. And I keep saying it, by putting little things together, and you end up getting some confidence from that. And we understand that confidence does play a part in sport, and certainly in AFL football, once you get a little bit of confidence, it's a good thing to have, but it can disappear. So you've just got to keep working hard. And I think as a club, we understand that. We've just got to keep working really hard at what we need to do and turn up to each contest, each game, and make sure we give our best.
Ken, what was it that turned it around for in the second quarter? You really put the afterburners on in that second quarter. Was it just a case of it all coming together and clicking?
No, I think it's the way we do things. I think it's I speak to the boys a bit about how we perform and how we get a result. And we talk about behaviour all the time at the club. Our behaviours will always give us outcomes, and we know the first quarter that our behaviours by the numbers we gave us what we deserved. And certainly in the second quarter they also gave us what we deserved, which is a good thing. So it just meant going back to work a little bit for the boys, give credit to it where credit was due. The Suns were up and about and playing really well.
What do you mean by behaviours?
Hang on.
Sorry. What do you mean by behaviours? Can you expand on that?
Oh, what you need to do to win a game of football, what it takes, whether it is contested football, whether it is, controlling the opposition defensively, all those things that we know add up. And there's so many of them, Hamo, that I could talk about, but there's just, it's behaviours of a consistent football side. And you know what they look like. We see great sides do it all the time. We know we've got a long way to go, and we've just got to keep working at that.
How important was that switch, putting Dom onto Gary and bringing up other midfielders, I guess?
Fairly significant, I would have thought, considering he had 16, I think, at quarter time, and and Brandon Matera, I think, it had 12 too. So there was a couple of boys that were lighting up for him, and look, I'll sit here and say Gary's a great player. We knew that. We knew we had some challenges facing off against him, and as I said, to come away with a win and Gary being okay, quieting him down in the last 3 quarters was pretty significant.
Is it a case of not necessarily restricting his disposal, but restricting how much damage he does with those disposals? Because he still racks up big numbers. But
yeah, I think he ended up with 35. So, but again, at 16 in the first quarter, it was pretty pleasing to keep him to probably 19. And if you can restrict Gary to those, as you say, those numbers in the positions that you want him, that's what you've got to try and do. But that doesn't always happen. We've seen it a number of times where he just gets the ball at will. And I was just talking to Kane, and Gary's just such a clever, tough, accountable player that you love watching him play when you're not playing against him.
Is your side fitter this year than they? I know you said it was hard to comment on last year, than they were, because their ability to spread and get out and keep running and uncontested footy they get from hard work is incredible.
Yeah, behaviour, isn't it? It's what we just talked about. It's look, we think we're certainly in good shape, physically in good shape, and that's been the case. And tonight was the last quarter we've lost, so that's enormous credit to the Suns. You know, we were out in our feet, you know, and they took it right up to us, and you know, they're certainly got some good stuff going on themselves. And but yes, it is one of the things that we think is important to us.
Was there a revolutionary sort of off-season, or has it just been a bit of age, you know, 3 or 4 pre-seasons in some of these young players, or?
We certainly made a change in the conditioning
Yeah.
area of the club. I mean, there's been a lot said about Darren Burgess's team, and it's not just Darren Burgess, it's about his team that he's got working with him.
Yeah.
You know, and the hard work that the boys put in, as I said, they're the things that pile up. You turn up to each pre-season session and you work hard, you get better. You know, and then when the games come around, you hopefully got something there to call on.
Ken, we've seen a lot this year with the continual progression of players in your midfield, like Hamish Hartlett, Travis Boak, going to the next level. Last week, you know, we saw Boak really do it tonight. I thought Hamish probably made that statement. Did you see that the same way?
Yeah, it was his 50th game, which was good for Hamish to play that way. I think, as you said, our young midfield have, you know, they've all taken a turn, and we know it's important that they share the load, and we talk about it regularly, that it'll be someone else that has to step up each week, and as long as they share the load. But Hamish was really important. I think we only had 6 goal kickers and he kicked 3, so it was important to get you know, a return on the scoreboard from him.
Can you tell us a bit about Justin Westhoff, Kenny? Because he's a guy that we've probably seen glimpses of over a few years, but seems to have done early in the season, but sort of doing it week after week at the moment. Why do you think he's been able to sort of gain a bit more consistency?
Yeah, he's probably one of the ones you can talk about maturity, I reckon. You know, he works really hard, Westy. He's an incredible numbers person. He puts out massive numbers from a runner. At 199, he would often lead the numbers for us on the GPS. So he just works really hard. He's maturing a bit. He's got some confidence. He's really flexible. We can play him wherever we need him. We can throw him around a bit, and he quite enjoys that role. He's just getting, again, he's getting reward for what he's done and the way he's gone about it.
So there's a lot of good stuff the Suns are doing. I mean, their performance tonight, I mean, what can they take out of it positive-wise? I mean,
oh, look, I don't know. You know, they'll look at that. I think they'll look at their first quarter, they'll look at their last quarter, and be, you know, really pleased with the way they competed. I know Bluey and the boys really well. They'll review the game hard, no doubt, and I'm sure they'll get some positives, but they'll also get some improvements. That's exactly what we'll do, though.